Okay, so good evening, or should I say good afternoon to the side of the world. It's me, the Lock Robster MNLove LA, bring you a vlog. Yes, and this particular vlog, I've been actually planning to do this for quite some time, but have never had the courage to do so. Let's let that car pass by for now. Okay, my window's open because it's a hot day. Okay, so going back to the topic. Okay, so I've been planning this actually since last year, but I always skipped it because um, it's something that I'm really embarrassed about. Yeah, being an MNLove. Okay, so before I get to the point, yeah. So as an MNLove, I hold myself to a certain standard. You try to be respectful to the girls, especially to your ushi. Uh, you follow the rules. Me, I'm pretty much since I'm way over here on the other side of the Pacific. Um, I guess I'm totally following the rules since I'm not in their presence. But then because of the COVID thing, you know, um, there are no events or handshakes, handshake events or certain events like the mall tours and all that, that all the MLOVs in the Philippines have been, you could say, suffering like that. So yeah, so what is MNL40 to do but, do certain types of events through Zoom, or through YouTube Live and all that. And we experienced all that last year. Okay, in the event. Okay, so one of these events is something that I'm gonna talk about. Okay, so yeah, so I guess you could say that a lot of MLOVs think of themselves as maybe perfect. Okay, but not all people could be perfect. I mean, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I have flaws as well, which is one of the things that I'm going to be talking about in this vlog. Okay, so if you've getting right to the point now, if you've seen some of my reaction videos, especially two of the events that happened last year, which is what they call the team regroup. Yeah, I've reacted to Team Ls and Team Enforce. Enforce. Team N4. Okay. All right. Okay. So you've noticed I haven't done a reaction on Team M2. Okay. Okay. And the reason, as the title would say, because what happened there is what my most biggest regret of being in MNLove happened on that particular video. Okay. So yeah. So so now let's go on to the story. I guess what the biggest regret was, and maybe some MNLoves know about it if they've seen the whole video. Okay, and for those who've not, you can go and watch the video first and then come back here. Okay, for my vlog to explain what happened and why I did that. And now, uh, within 2020 hindsight, probably I shouldn't have done it. Okay, all right. So uh, the team M2 regroup was the first regroup of the team, yeah, of the whole MNL48 during that time. I think it happened around October. Yeah, October, September. Yeah, around that time of last year, 2020. Okay, so as they were going along, they did the game first at the beginning, which was kind of like chaotic in a way because I'm not sure. I guess being the first, they still have to figure out what to do or the rules or anything like that uh, to make sure it goes smoothly for the following regroups, which what happened in N4 and L. Okay, so basically, I guess Team M2 regroup was, which what the way it looked like to see what went wrong there, so they can improve upon the next two regroups. Okay, so so going on along with that regroup. Okay, so So my biggest regret came up when Jan, okay, read one of the questions that I put on Super Chat, okay, for uh, for the regroup, okay. Okay, so she read the question that I posted there. So the question was, if you girls were given a chance um, to marry like that, would you choose a rich ugly person or a poor handsome person? Something like that. Okay. So I'm paraphrasing. That's kind of like the question. Okay. So so when I was watching this, I was happy that it was read. Okay. But then everyone, at least from my perspective, everyone was either shocked at it, you know, or like angry at it, like that. Especially Lainey when she was still there. She said love band immediately, like that. And like I said, it was like, from my perspective, it felt like all the girls got angry with that question. Okay. Because no one really wanted to answer that question. Okay. And that they seemed to want to avoid the question entirely. Okay. Okay, which made me feel very bad. Or at least the girls think, I'm thinking that the girls are really angry at me, and thought I was I guess I think that I'm a bad person to ask that question like that, especially with the love band. But then again, I tried to defend myself, especially in the comments after this whole thing. But let me get to that later. Basically, when Lainey said love band, she shouted like that. Okay, I kind of like tuned myself off, to what was happening live on YouTube Live regarding this regroup. Okay, so yeah, so I know Alice said something, because they passed on to answer that question to Alice. Okay, okay, so since I tuned off, I think I was looking at my phone and not really paying attention to what was going on during the regroup. I think, at least from what I believe, was that Alice kind of scolded me. Okay, yeah, kind of like that. And with that thinking going on, yeah, I got the girls of Team M2 now hate me. Okay, so that's like that. Yeah, because I mean, this question wasn't. I asked that question without any malice. It was just kind of like a hypothetical question, So there's no right or wrong answer. You just have to choose what you think, what you believed in. All right, but unfortunately, they didn't want to answer that question. Okay, so why did I answer that question? Okay, why did I ask that question in the first place? Okay, so I actually tried to defend myself in the comments by, yeah, by posting it, by posting my answer in the comments. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so you can read it yourselves when you go to the video. Okay, so basically the question came up in an AKB48 show. So it was Team 8, where certain members were in this particular show. Okay, the name of the show is actually AKB48 Team 8 no Kanto Hakusho Bachkoi. Okay, yeah. So that question was actually asked on that particular show. Yeah, which is Team 8. Yeah, if you know Team 8, I know, like, what was there? Yui, yeah, Maria, Shiorin, those girls from the Kanto region of Japan. Okay, so yeah, so when they were presented that question, it's like, oh, okay, so but they had to answer the question regardless. Like, A, rich ugly person, or B, poor ugly person. Okay, so they had to answer no choice, like that, and it was a very entertaining discussion. that they had to like defend their answer. Yeah, it was very funny. So they used to have a subtitled version of this particular episode, but they took it off, so there's only a raw version on Daily Motion. That I posted the link on that particular comment, in a way of defending myself. That this is just something I just thought up. It was from an actual show, and I wanted to see how ML48 would answer it. Okay, so yeah, so I tried to defend myself with that question because I was kind of pissed off that I got scolded by Alice, that everyone seemed to hate me. From my perspective, that everyone seemed to hate me for answering that particular question. Okay. Okay. So and because of this, uh, during that time from last year, I didn't watch the regroup. I didn't do any rewatches of the regroup in its entirety. Okay, the minute Jan says, "Oh, Lock Lobster was asked this," and when she was reading the question, oh god, it's like my ears really hurt from listening to that question, and I would immediately stop the video and move on to watch another video because I did not want to go through that that kind of hurt. But I guess at that point, especially during the early times when this happened, I was more angry at them than I was angry at myself because I mean I would say an innocent question, but later um, I got to talk or chat with one of the members of TM2. Okay, I'm not gonna mention her name, but I asked her because I kind of noticed something when I was watching the video when the question was asked, and I saw her reaction. Okay, so uh, I decided to ask her, regarding her reaction like that. It's kind of like a long explanation because I tell her I was the one who asked the question. Okay, all right. So to her, from what she explained to me, is like she didn't really mind the question, and she felt that maybe the girls, weren't really mad at you, weren't really mad at me, but they were just how to call this, um, like wary of responding to the question because of the love band thing, like that. Okay, so for her saying that, okay, I decided to, despite everything that I feel about it, I decided to watch the whole Team M2 regroup from beginning to end. Whatever happens, happens. Okay, so since I tuned out, this time I was more attentive to what was going on. Okay, so then I noticed when Jan actually read the question, she was smiling. Okay, and I noticed when the question was finished, I saw other girls of Team M2 were smiling and laughing at it. So besides Lady yelling out "Love Band," everyone seemed to find the question funny. Okay, like that. But then they didn't really want to answer the question, as that particular member I chatted with said. Okay, so then when Alice what answered that question, well, answered it in some way, which I thought was scolding, was not actually a scolding at me. She just explained, that if you're gonna marry, you marry for love. Okay, just like that. So yeah, so she wasn't actually scolding me. She was just explaining to herself how to answer this question and avoiding it at the same time. Okay, like that. Okay, so there you go. So I was able to get through that. I think in total I only rewatched this whole Team M2 regroup reunion 3 times. Okay, 3 times. I think the last one was, a few days ago before I actually did this. I would actually do this vlog, to get everything in perspective once more. Okay. And then, much as, I wanted to defend myself regarding the question I asked during that regroup, in hindsight, I probably should not have asked that question. Okay. Okay. One, regarding that question, that was a very funny one, especially in Japan. You know, in the show Japan, sometimes they put idols in a situation where they cannot refuse; they have to do it. You know, and it makes it more entertaining for the fans and the viewers. You know, in that in Japan. You know, in that particular world of entertainment. Okay, so to ask this particular question that was made for that show to these group of girls, you know, that I would say, you know, like very wary, very, very careful, you know, to do such, I mean, to answer such a, a question, hypothetical or not. Okay, I understand why they couldn't do it. And yeah, so, um, yeah, think about it now. I really shouldn't have asked that question. Yeah. I mean, it probably was not a very good one, especially when you ask it to Filipinos or Filipinas in particular, you know, because in which one of them like said that there's no way to it's gonna. I think Princess said that like it was hard to answer that question or something like that. Yeah, because it makes you sound really bad if you choose one or the other, which is what happened on that Japanese show with the team 8 members. Yeah. So yeah, that was my biggest regret when I realized this. Oh god, yeah, I shouldn't have done it, and I'm not sure how the girls of Team and Two at that time, you know, perceived me like that. And well, at least with one of the members I chatted to, I mean, like I said, she didn't really mind. You know, they just didn't like answer the question. You know, they found it funny, but you know, it wasn't befitting this event or the show that they were producing. Maybe if they had a show like AK Bing or something like that, maybe that would have worked there, but not in this particular video. So yeah, so that's that's my story of my biggest regret being in MNLove. Uh, Throwing out a question that you know maybe we should have really thought about it more to what kind of audience I'm actually asking that question to. Yeah, again, I thought it'd be fun, but then again, yeah, no, I shouldn't have. Not really, yeah. So with that, you know, like I said, I don't think I'm gonna be doing a reaction to the Team and to regroup because of the regret that I'm feeling right now regarding this. Okay. So yeah, so to finally move on with this, I'd like to apologize to every Team M2 member who was there. You know, okay, from what I can recall, yeah, Alice. I'd like to apologize to Alice, Shaki, Jan, Lainey, Sam, Claire, Jamie, Isabel, Gia, Dana, um, Princess. Mm, what else am I missing? I should have wrote this down. Hang on, let me look. Oh, Shira. Okay. Let's see. Andy, Ems. Okay. What else am I missing? Um, okay, hang on. Let me see if I'm missing anybody else. Cold. There we go. Okay, yeah. So there you go. Yeah, I think I got everybody there. Okay, yeah. So I deeply apologize for asking you guys that question. Is very inappropriate, and I hope you forgive me for that. You know. So I wasn't really, you know, meant any harm by it. You know, I thought it'd be a fun hypothetical questions for you girls to answer yourselves, but knowing better now that that was not a particular good time to actually ask that question. So yeah, so there you go. So as you can see, uh, uh, I'm as a flawed as individual as any other person here on the planet. I can make mistakes and I can admit my mistake. Okay, and there you go. So yeah, so that's my biggest regret being an MNLove. Okay, so wow, it took me whole this so long to actually do this vlog. I mean, I planned to do it actually December of last year, but I never got to do it. It got found the wayside, and I started to do things, do more things, more positive things than that, than this. But like I said, I wanted to get it off my chest. I wanted to spread it out there that I'm not saying I'm a perfect I'm in love because I guess uh, people might perceive me that way, but no, yeah, I'm as flawed as anybody else. Yeah, I'm fallible. Okay, all right, so there you go. Hope you hope you forgive me too, fellow M and loves. I'm not sure how you guys reacted to that particular question. I actually watched that regroup M2 regroup and heard what I did on the super chat. What was read on the super chat was just mine. Okay, not sure how you felt about that, but yeah, there you go. So the lap story, could also be wrong as well. Okay, so there you go. So it's a nice feeling to get that finally out there, and so hope you guys forgive me for that. All right, on to the next one. Upward and onward.